In the previous video, we talked about domain and range of function. In this video, we talk about function which is equal to x squared. So how is the graph of fx equal x squared look like? So it will be like this. So this is x and this is fx, which is like this. And we want to know if we put some number inside the square, for example like this, so how it affect to this original graph. Okay, so when we see a number inside the square, we either move the graph to the right or to the left. So how do we know? So basically, we just take this one, x minus 1 and equal to 0, and you try to find what is x, which is equal 1. So what does it mean? It means that this graph, which you look at this dot, if you move to the 1, so the graph will be look like this, which is like this. And here is a 1. And here is also 1. And the next is what happens if we add some number which is outside the square. We put some number outside the square. For example, we put plus 3. So how does it affect this original graph? So when you see a number which is outside the square, basically you are moving graph up or down. So it will be like this. Okay, in way this is the 3. Okay, so what you have to know now is, if you put a number inside the square, you are moving your graph right or left. If you put a number outside the square, basically you are moved up or down. Let's try to see this example, the function which is x squared plus 5. So the first question is asked, gauge the graph of the function. So this number which is outside the square, so as we mentioned just now, we are moving your graph up and down. Okay, so the graph will be like this, which is like this. And here is a 5. And where this is x and this is fx. But we have to look carefully. The domain say here must be greater than 0. So meaning to say, this part we only draw the positive x. Okay, so this is a graph. And now the question says write down the domain of the function. Okay, domain is here, so this is a domain. So it will be x is more than or equal 0. And write down the range of function. Range of function is referred to the vertical, and you see that the minimum value is a 5, and there's no maximum here. So how do we write the range of function? It is fx more than or equal 5. Okay, let's try to see the second example. Now, as we mentioned just now, when a number inside the square, you have basically moved your graph right or left. So this part meaning to say is move right or left. And this number is mean move up or down. So let's try to see this one. So this is a fx, which is equal to this one. So as we know that this number, this part mean move right or left. So how do we know? We just say x minus 2 equals 0. And we got x is equal to. So meaning to say the graph is moving to the right by 2 and move up by 6. So we try to see. When f is x squared, this is a graph. So what does it mean? It means that this graph will move to the right by 2 and move up by 6. Okay, so meaning to say the graph will be like this. It will be moved to the right and move up by 6, meaning to say this point is a 2 and this point is a 6. So, okay, now we try to see the domain is more than equal to, meaning to say the graph we only need to draw is this part, and we have to remove this one because the question say only x is greater than 2. So basically, this part, we know it. All right, so the graph will be like this, which is only this part. B, write down the domain of the function, as we know that this refers to the domain, which is x is greater than 2 or equal to. And C, write down the range of the function. The range of function, if you look at the graph, we see that the minimum is 6 and there's no maximum. So we write fx is more than or equal 6. So that's all for this video. Thank you for watching.